What is up, everybody? How you doing? My name is Sam Carlson with PatientStream. Today I've got something really cool, very exciting to share with you. It's been something that we here at PatientStream have been working on for a couple of weeks now, and we are now ready to give complete access to everyone who needs it. So this is the Practice Simulator and Lead Tracker. Okay. Now, back when I was consulting, we would do what we called an ABC consult. And we would walk in and we'd help a doc find out what his most important metrics were so he could then identify his problems and then fix them and grow his practice. Okay, so we used to do that with pen and paper, and we would jump in, and it was really, I mean, these docs, these clients usually never knew their numbers, and they never knew really how to address and fix problems. So that was so impactful. And so I thought to myself, if I could do the same thing, but do it with a cool model, which is what you're going to see here today, I could help docs identify their most important metrics. That's one. Two, I could show them exactly how to grow their practice by buying leads, okay? New patient leads, qualified new patient leads, okay? So we're going to go through this practice simulator. I'm going to show you how it works. You can then download it at mypatientstream.com/simulator. I'll put the link down in the description below. You can download the simulator yourself, put it on your computer, and have a good time learning where your practice is at and how to take it to where you want to go. So we're going to jump into the simulator now, and I'll show you the 4 steps that we're going to take to figure out all the cool insights we need for our practice. Let's get started. Okay, so this might be a little confusing because the camera's here, but the simulator is there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera like this. Hopefully this works. So the first thing is, now, when we come into the simulator, there is a couple of things we want to know before we start doing anything else. One, anything in blue requires some data entry. Okay, you notice luckily there's a lot of green, okay, so that's going to give us a lot of outputs. So this is really effective in that way. So we're going to start with step 1. Okay, we're establishing a baseline. Okay, it's pretty straightforward so long as you know your numbers. So we're just going to go with a typical standard clinic here, a chiropractic clinic, and we'll say, generally speaking, we're doing about 30 new patients a month. Okay, so you'd put your 30 new patients a month there. And then for the month in question, we're going to track these particular stats over a 30-day time frame, so a 1-month time frame. We would put the collections that we have here. So for 30 patients, we'll say 45,000. Again, we're using round numbers, which is not normal. But and then we'll say somewhere in the realm of about 600 visits in that month. Okay, so we're just establishing the baseline to really know what our numbers on. So the first numbers that we get are going to kind of, again, establish how we move forward. So first, our new patient stat. So that's static, nothing changes there. Our PVA, our patient visit average. That means on average, and this number would get more consistent and predictable if we took it out over 6 months instead of just 30 days. But in this case, we're looking at 20 visits, which is the average number for your practice right now, okay? And anything above 16 is considered good, so 20 is looking good. Your per visit value is $75, and then your per case value is $1,500, okay? So this is really cool. This, again, is just here to establish a baseline. Now, the whole idea of knowing this information is to be able to use it to grow your practice. Okay, and in this case, we're using leads to do that. Now, PatientStream is an amazing way to get leads for your practice, and so with PatientStream, you can basically do your own marketing and get a lot of leads. So leads are cool, but leads are not patients. So how do we use that information to predict a growth pattern here? Well, first we want to start out by doing some data entry. Now, this does week by week. For purposes of this demonstration, we're just going to put all of our macro numbers. We're going to act like week 1 had all of our leads. So we did all of our production in one month. So we're going to put 54 leads in this 1 month. Okay, so we got 54 leads. We were running PatientStream for, knee pain or something. It was awesome. Okay, 54 leads. There we go. of those 54 leads, we got 30 people to set appointments. Okay. Of the 30 appointments that we set, we got 22. We'll start throwing some odd numbers in here. 22 to actually show up for their appointments. And then for the people who showed up, we advanced, let's say we advanced 19. Well, let's 17. We advanced 17 from day 1 into day 2. And then of the 17 who went through all of your exams, consultations, all that kind of stuff, we're going to say we enrolled 12. All right. So this is our first data point. Now, there is one more thing we want to do before we finish our lead tracker, and that is how much we spent on that particular lead volume. So we're going to say, just to throw some numbers out there, $1,500 in that month. All right. So let's go back and let's see what data PatientStream gave us. So the first thing it gave us was our appointment set rate. Now, up here in purple, these are the numbers we want to be shooting for. So 60% is our appointment set goal. Okay, that's what we want to aim for. 70% is the show rate. 8% advance from day 1 to day 2, and then 80% enroll. Okay, that's the math that we want to focus on. Now, in this case, it's cool because we have it spits out our numbers right here. So this is 55.56% at the moment. It's not 60%, but it's not far away from 60%. So we'll come back to how to fix some of these KPIs here in just a minute. Okay. This one is 73%. So we're hitting our show rate. That's great. Okay. This one is 77%. Pretty close. Again, we'll come back to how to fix some of these. And then this one is 70%. Okay. So what's really cool about this is right from the get-go, we know, hey, these numbers are telling us a story. They're telling us areas that we might need to improve. And improvement can come from, scripts, from protocols, whatever it is. But this is really important and really telling, okay? Now, right here, this number is what it cost us to enroll a patient. So it costs us $125. All right, so that is step 2. Step 2 is going in, making sure that we have a foundational base for leads. All right, now step 3 is the practice simulator. All right, so we're at $45,000 a month in this example. Now let's say we want to go to the $1 million clinic. So $1 million is, I think, $83,000 a month. Okay, how do we get to $83,000 a month? Well, that's where this comes into. So we need to maybe feed some information into PatientStream. So 25, wow, that's pretty dang close. We'll say 26. 26 new patients on top of our existing 30 is going to get us just above our 7-figure practice mark. Okay. Now, there's nothing more frustrating than having a target, but not knowing the steps to hit the target. And that's where this becomes so powerful. Okay. So we know our numbers. We know where we want to go. The lead gen, the actual practice simulator, is going to spit out some really important data to tell us how to get there. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll go down. Okay. All right. Current lead volume is 54. Our current ad spend is $1,500. Our cost per lead right now is $27.78. So nothing changing. What do we need to do to grow? Well, first things first, we need a total of 171 leads a month to do that. Okay. Now, leads don't just have to come from Facebook. They can come from a variety of different things, but we know that we want to at least hit that mark. Now, if we're doing that just with Facebook ads and Instagram ads, which you can do with PatientStream, we know that we need to be spending $158 on our daily ad budget. All right. That is such telling math. That is that provides answers that people just don't have. They don't know. And what's funny is a lot of times I've seen that people will never even start fathoming this number, like why they would even spend this, because they're not even sure about these numbers. Okay. So the practice simulator, it's easy to use. It's pretty straightforward, and it gives you a lot of the answers you need. And what's also cool is what you can do in the follow-up process. Okay. So let's say we're going to go back to the lead tracker and we're going to start identifying some of these issues. Okay. So let's say we go back and we're like, hey, you know what? We're getting 54 leads. What if we got, what if we could get, what if we could get 37? Whoop, not 337, 37. Okay. That would get us to a great position on our metrics here. Okay. Well, how do you do that? Okay. Well, the appointment set rate is a protocol that at PatientStream, we have a written protocol, scripts, and all that kind of stuff. In fact, I'm just, it is March 17th, and I'm just putting the final touches on a new manual that is called New Patient School, a guide to converting leads into patients. And as soon as that is done, our users will have all these written protocols. But really, if you want to increase that number or increase all of your numbers, all you have to do is focus on this one thing. Okay, let's see what we can do to get our stat up above that 60%. Okay, and guess what? If that stat goes up, then this stat goes up. So let's say we went from 30 to 37. So let's say that takes it to 26. Okay, 26, that's right on KPI. Okay, and then day one, let's say we were then turned able to do 21. Okay, we're right on KPI there too. Okay, and now from day one to day two, a lot of docs have an extremely high conversion rate. So let's just, let's say we go from 12 to, 16. Okay, that's even below KPI, 76%. But all of a sudden, our math changes. So now it costs us $93 to get a new patient. Okay, when we come down to here, instead of, I think it was 171 that we needed before, now we only need 142. And our daily budget adjusts as well. Okay, so this is an absolutely cool tool to have, not only to figure out where you're at right now, but to track your progress as you move from month to month. You can see this goes from month to month, and so on and so forth. Okay, and they're all blank. They're just they're there ready for you to fill them out. So if you want to download a copy of this, we want you to download a copy. That way, as we make updates, we can provide those updated models for you. If you want to grab this model, go to mypatientstream.com/simulator. I will put that in the link description below. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.